So let's just get to it. Favorite video game villains. I'm going to start with Alicia this time. Alicia.
Diablo, the Lord of Terror.
Oh, all my childhood.
From
just
Mario
poured into
Kart?
This game.
No, from Diablo.
From the Diablo games.
the
Mario
Diablo
Kart.
series by Blizzard. Yeah, those games are awesome, and actually a new expansion just came out this week, and I've been playing like crazy. But yeah, Diablo, dude, he does some really sick and messed up stuff in order to destroy everything because death.
And the expansions,
Because death.
they always end with a weird villain on the expansions that you don't really care about, but it's always Diablo as the final boss, and you're like, oh, the final fight of Diablo is amazing.
In this one, spoiler alert, whatever.
The game just came 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's been 3 days. The final boss, actually is the Angel of Death. And he takes in this soul stone that's from Diablo and takes all of his powers. So you don't fight Diablo, but you have to fight his attacks still.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, and this guy has other attacks. So, like, oh, man. It was fun.
Robbie, favorite video game villain?
I'm going to go with Bowser.
I like
Bowser's a good one. I like Bowser.
Classic.
In Mario Kart and every other Mario game. And also, I really like M. Bison.
Oh,
Mostly because I liked trouncing people with M.
Yeah,
Bison when I
he's
was
cheap
growing
as
up.
fuck.
Fuck you. That's what you always said.
Well, he is. I mean, he's a
Also-
boss character. He's supposed to be cheap as fuck.
God rest
really.
his soul.
Raul Julia.
Yeah.
Raul Julia.
Oh.
His melodramatic, over-the-top
Yeah.
performance
He was
of
the
M.
best
Bison.
thing about that
Yes, he
movie.
was. Yes, he was.
That's the
That's
only
not saying
redeeming
a lot.
factor.
He was great in the film, but that's not saying much because the film was.
I watched that movie because of Raul Julia.
Bowser does an electric slide. That makes him cool in my book.
Now, is your favorite
Yeah.
Bowser from the game or Bowser from the film?
Ooh.
Probably more from the game.
Not Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, because he had the inescapable ability to never be at the castle that you were at.
Speaking of evil and Mario universes, that's a terrible segue. What about Todd? What's your favorite?
I have infinite hate for
Toddington.
you right now.
Who's your video game favorite? I know you're a big gamer.
Video gaming, I'm actually going to do a weird one. Most people won't know this. Sinistar from the game Sinistar, where you played a little tiny ship collecting little tiny bombs to destroy Sinistar, who would regenerate. And if you go on YouTube and look up Sinistar, you'll just hear it's actually really funny. It's I am Sinistar. I hunger, coward. And it's just the scariest thing in the world when you see him roaring and trying to eat you.
Is this an old school game?
It is a very old
Okay.
school game. It is an arcade game, and you can find it on a couple consoles where they put arcade games on it. But yeah, that's all you'll find it on.
Brooks?
Okay, favorite video game villain. Well, mine would be probably nobody's gonna know who this is, but Zeramis. He was the final boss in Final Fantasy IV, which was the first Final Fantasy game I ever played. And
SNES?
Yep, Super Nintendo. It was put out as 2 in the States, but it was actually 4. But anyway, he was so hard, man. It's like he had this attack. He would do this move called Black Hole, which make every, like if you've built up any thing to heal your party or make them faster or whatever, that's all gone. But his big attack was called Big Bang. It was a non-elemental attack that did like ridiculous amounts of damage to your party. So you have to heal up quick after you hit him with it. And he was just very difficult. He was a hard boss to beat. And but I finally did. But it just takes...
But it was rewarding, correct?
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
those
very
bosses, you ever get to an
in my
end
opinion,
boss
he
and
was
it's
the
just
last
like you
great
roll through them?
Final Fantasy
You want that
boss.
end boss to be a challenge. And
Yeah.
it's rewarding when you beat the game. Of course, then you're done with the game and then you got to find a different hobby,
Yeah.
of course.
I
I'm
was
going
like,
to
wait
go
for
with
the next Final Fantasy game to come
I'm going to
out.
go with Ganondorf, which I'm surprised nobody else
he's a
brought
good
up.
one.
Ganondorf
Yeah,
is
he's in he's the
classic.
bad guy in the majority of the Zelda games, not all the Legend of Zelda games.
The ones
but
that mattered.
the majority of the Zelda games, and I actually despise him. I hate him in the games. I mean, I really just hate him. And I mean, what else makes a good villain than somebody you just despise?
Yeah, you have to be motivated to want to kill him.